and action. Let's get stuck in. Welcome back to the show. This is your host. On today's show, I've got a special guest. So I still not plugged in. Aye, anyway, welcome back to the FILTA. I'm Steve.
I'm Phil Mitchell.
Aye, so what we're going to tackle on today's show?
I love that bit, mate.
Aye. Well, I guess why don't we kick off with Newcastle beating Everton 3-1 the other day.
Aye.
Did you watch it?
I watched it. I was at work. My mate said, because over here, it's on at like fucking, what was it Monday morning?
1, 2. Aye, it was about 8 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Nah, it wasn't, man.
Yeah, that was it.
Nah, it kicks off at 7:15.
Was it?
Aye.
No, I was sitting in bed and I watched the second half.
Aye.
Because I've been on late shift this
But that'll
week.
be right, 8 o'clock, second half, kicking off.
Aye.
And I couldn't knock it off. Like, my mate messaged us saying, oh, will you just check your Optus, because that's the app you get it on our app. And he said, oh, will you just check your Optus?
This is like the Sky Sport in Australia.
Aye, it is, aye. But you get it because it's also a phone contract thing, so when you get a phone contract, you can get Optus Sport on it for now to now.
On commission and that.
Aye. Hoping to get a deal there.
And that fucking sponsor with us something.
I know when we're getting a deal, like.
We're trying to get sponsored off Nestle and all.
Aye.
This episode is brought to you by Quality Street.
Yeah, I might be able to pull some strings out there. I was flicking pastels for Nestle at one point.
For Nestle, you must have some connections
Yeah.
there. Tell you what, we need some form of fucking bigger budget, like. You know what I mean?
We need to get the wire for the microphone.
When's YouTube gonna start fucking paying us so we can plug this fucking mic in?
I know. Got any chance? Yeah, you know what it is? Doing all this is actually, it's made me gather a newfound respect for people who do actually make living.
See what I mean? With the budget? Oh, fucking hell! Can't you get the fucking logo to stay on the telly, for fuck's sake?
Oh, actually,
this is a nice picture anyway.
There's me and Steve in Australia, though.
Aye. Doing the Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal.
Fuck's sake, anyway.
Can we not get it back?
What are you saying? I'll try and do it. You got a newfound respect for what YouTube has?
Because, you know, we started doing all this just for a laugh. We never wanted fucking paid and all that. That's just fucking beyond any kind of, like, what we ever will do. But now people that do actually do it, because obviously we've looked at how you do it, and you need like 1,000 people watching you, but you also need like 4,000 hours every month.
You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours worth of viewing time.
And that's just that's just the very minimum, you know what I mean? Like that, like obviously.
I think we've had 5,000 views, is it, since we started? In about 6 months. you need to get 4,000 views a month consistently to get money.
It's 4,000 hours a month.
4,000 hours. Oh, I of course.
And it's 1,000 people who actually watch it. But
so please like and subscribe.
Aye, so quit the day job.
But no, thanks to those of you who already have subscribed and those that consistently watch the videos. There's videos that have had loads of views, some that haven't had as many, but kind of on average there's always a good 120 odd people who consistently watch the videos, which is massive to be fair. I don't think I don't watch these fucking things.
Oh yeah, nah.
But thanks very much.
As
long as you enjoy them, we'll keep doing them as long as we can.
As long as we can then.
What were you saying about football anyway? We got pure sidetracked there.
Oh.
Newcastle.
Because we were on trying to get a deal off Optus.
Aye.
But so we want a deal off Optus, Quality Street, and breeze blocks you've got hanging at your lug.
Sennheisers.
Look at it, man. They can't be read them, you know. You can never get on a run or anything with them.
What they can up there? I think that's it, you know.
The building houses with them, man. So my mate texted us saying,
they've got a sponsor, but it's such a grief in that fucking product, so
shite, aren't they?
Yeah, a sponsorship of Sennheiser. The headphones are fucking shite. Send me somebody.
In these Quality Streets, we had them since Christmas when they couldn't watch them.
To be fair, Quality Street, now, see how small you are now? That used to be like as long as we fucking middle finger when I was a bairn. See the cunts do it.
And now your fingers getting bigger since you were a baby, daft cunt.
Here and there. No, but like the whip are bigger though. The fucking tight do. You fucking tight cunts. And it used to be a metal tin.
Aye.
You fucking tight cunts. I shall sponsor anyway, please.
Aye, nah. You know what it is? With the boxes, man. Me ma would always have a tin of these underneath the stairs, the big metal things full of screws and all that.
Aye.
You couldn't put any screws in there, it just fall apart.
I used to have all like little sewing bits and that, needles and shit.
Anywho, like I was saying, right? So my mate texted us saying, you know, it is a story shite. Anyway, he just said, "Oh, will you text us? Will you?" Have we got on with it? He goes, "Will you just check the optus isn't down because mine's fucked?" And so I put it on and I couldn't knock it off. What unreal? The tune were unreal. Like meant to watch. Like they fetched that new big superstar on the something like the 89th minute, but there was 6 minutes extra time, and he looked like he was just different class anyway. Back heel and everything.
Oh, and we were actually down 1-0, weren't we?
But we scored literally like straight. I'm sure it was like a minute or something. I don't know. I might be wrong. I was meant to be at work.
So obviously time differences and that. Like I say, it was morning here, and I'm on late shifts this week, so I've been on a bit of a lie-in. And I woke up and I put it on just at the start of the second half, and we were already winning 2-1 when I tuned in. I was like,
well, you said it at the half-time break. You had time for a quick tug.
That was it, aye.
Because Cass had already went to work and all, so
I tuned in after this. Especially on the 8 news.
I tripped you out of the wall, and you know it's funny they had the
didn't they score before that, but it was offside or something?
I missed that one.
No,
I missed that. I was literally at work. I had it on, like as I was doing a bit of work and that, but I didn't do much. I'm telling you, but I missed that anyway. I didn't have to score.
I was obviously I might have just made that up. But,
did you see? Because obviously Jordan Pickford and that, when he plays for England, he's obviously the boy, but before then he was Sunderland. He's like proper Markham and all that. And did you see the tune man? They had the bloke in the crowd dressed as a dinosaur.
I saw that.
Made them to bits there. Like, you know, it is. I don't know. Every time he plays us, he has a stinker. Like, I'm sure it's got to happen against him the last time. And everyone's singing at him and all that. He's just got little arms and that.
Class.
But I reckon the new lad. Oh, not Joe Linton. He might as well be a new lad because he's fucking playing like a new lad.
Yeah.
Reckon he burst that Dele Alli on the way after the match in the tunnel.
Honestly?
They reckon so, aye.
Well, get in.
Aye.
Come on, fucking hiding.
Aye. But I trip you, fucking what a signing he is, man.
I know, aye.
He's guiding with back into the Premier League, isn't he?
He's doing really well, isn't he?
Back out of the relegation anyway.
Crossing loads of wicket balls in, wicket at corners. Obviously that free kick was lethal. He's obviously good at free kicks. That was his first goal, and I won it for the tune.
I think so.
I think wasn't. But he's obviously set goals up and all that. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Captain and everything. Oh, there's been Steve doing the 5 arches.
Doing the door and that, isn't it?
Aye.
Going hot there.
Oh, there's us in Chopwell Wood. If you look there, there's been Steve at the high force.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to fuck on with you and just let these scroll through. I'm not what the fuck. How it worked that?
Well, yeah, I want to get on because now we're paying good money for this studio time. And they can't even get the logo on the screen.
But the atmosphere at the game looked class. I watched a few like YouTubers and that who were at the game, and it looked fucking wicked. Like.
Aye, do you watch that? Obviously, watch that Tyneside live.
Aye, Tyneside live.
He's fucking good. But yeah, do you watch that young lad? He must get to every single tune game. Fuck knows how, but he gets to every single tune game. Whether it is a women's game, youth game, anything, he's there. Aye. You must watch him because he comes up on mine. I'm sure mine's logged into yours.
I like the bloke who does the Tyneside Live. If you've not watched those podcasts, Tyneside Live, we'll put the link in the bio, as they say.
I get them in the bio.
His videos are class. He's doing really well for himself, to be fair. Like,
what does the O stand for in bio?
Short for biography.
Oh, aye. Bio.
Aye. And
aye, guns wax.
He does like all the stuff on Newcastle United. He interviews like fans from like away fans and everything as well, and like goes to the games and that, and just does like a kind of review of the games. But he also does like videos about the history of Newcastle and all that. It's actually really interesting. Newcastle, aye.
See that one of the oldest bar in the tune?
Aye, the old George.
1600s.
I used to drink there now and again. It's just like when you go down the big market.
I know it is. It looks very historical and all, doesn't it?
I used to like having a pint there on a Saturday afternoon, like. Pretty nice.
Getting on the poppers with the locals.
I better told in there. It's called the old George, isn't it?
Not surprised.
I'm not mistaken.
You gone through the archway thing, didn't you, and then gone down?
It's like a side
very scary.
Outside little like cobbles and that way.
It's wicked. It's on the big market, isn't it?
Just off the big market, aye.
And you gone down the back alley.
Down there, like.
Gone down the back alley.
The big market new, you know.
Yeah.
The reconcile different. The big market new.
When we were last there at Christmas.
It's been gentrified.
What?
It's all been gentrified.
Well, it's a gay area now.
No, that when they put loads of money in an area to like renovate it and all that shit. That's what that means.
Gentrified, was it? I thought it was fucking gentlemen's bars only. So you gone
That's the pink triangle. I wonder what that's like now.
That's the prostitutes, isn't it?
Is that not what the gay scene's called in Newcastle?
The pink triangle?
Is that not what it's called?
Is it? Ah, fuck,
I
nice.
thought that's what it was called.
You'll have to do a bit of research.
It was Pink Lane.
Aye, it will
Pink
be.
Lane was where the prostitutes were way back in the day, apparently.
Apparently.
No, but it was like... No, but it was, it's not in our day.
Quite the regular on the scene.
It was before our time, though. It was in the 80s and all
Was
that.
it, aye?
It wasn't when we were around.
Who's easy?
Oh, here's the lad there. We've got a special guest on today's show, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr.
Zizi's. Say hello, everyone. Mic check. 1, 1, 2. Mic right there. Say hello. He says, lad, he's camera shy, the lad. He's on stage fright. Everywhere.
Molten the lad.
Aye, so where we were going?
Where we were going? Oh, I just shout out to that Tyneside Live.
I shout out Tyneside Live. Really good videos. I watch them quite often. They're pretty good.
Aye.
He's doing really well, right? Thousands of views and followers and that.
Oh, he's making quite the living.
Aye.
Quite the living.
You should have started copying his content. I'm only joking.
Only joking.
So what else has been happening out more in the football world? That's it.
Well, there's plenty going on in the football world. Like we explained last week, it's not the only thing that goes on in the world, you know what I mean?
But I guess before we move on, like with Newcastle, like I guess it's looking, you know, promising that, you know.
Wait, we're with the relegation now.
Relegation.
If we can beat Aston Villa as well this weekend, and that'll send us forward.
When's that on? Is that tomorrow, Sunday night? Latest for Sunday night.
Oh no, because it wasn't fucking Monday morning we played Everton, man. We played them midweek.
Wednesday morning, right?
It might have even been it was Tuesday night at home, so it was Wednesday morning, yeah. So I think we might play Sunday, you know.
Should try and watch it. Sunday night.
Or it'll be Monday morning. Oh yeah. Right. But I went and beat Aston Villa, and then we're laughing all the way into the because we've been linked with a few more players who want to come in the summer now. Yeah, but if we can stay in the Premier League and add to this squad, Champions League, yeah, where you go.
How many minutes on?
2. Are you struggling on content?
Yes, yeah, we get some fresh content for this year.
Aye, nah. Oh, we didn't want to apologise to Alan Mackhams for last week because we cracked the jokes and all that, but aye. We apologise if you're getting offended and all that, if you're a Mackham. We'll be scared to have a gang back to Sunderland.
We did crack the jokes, didn't we? But the clickbait was let's all laugh at Sunderland. We didn't even really do that anyway. But
when I eventually got I'll be scared to gang to Sunderland.
We've both got back in mates, you know what I mean? It's just a bit of a piss take, it's just like, you know, the whole fucking rivalry. It's just a bit of a laugh. I didn't really take it that seriously.
But what a shithole!
Hi.
Yeah, I'm the one that's gone, yeah, me now. I'll get lynched, me.
He's got to live back in Gateshead next year. Fuck that. Nothing out of Sunderland ever again. Get yourself doing palliated.
Avoid.
I wonder what the monkey is now. No, the building what they used to use for the monkey. I wonder what it is now.
Oh, that did you follow they've got a documentary coming out. Anyone who's likes all that, follow
Matteo.
with him and all, there's SCE and then normal letters, and then in caps lock it's NE, and they're making a new documentary.
Put it in the bio.
They put the C.
That's
right. So it's CNE, like North East.
There was another one, wasn't that called Two Monkeys or something?
Ah, that's really good. That
was a good one.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one.
If you you know, grew up in the kind of 90s and early 2000s and all that, Newcastle or Gateshead, and knew anything about the rave scene, it's interesting. Even if you weren't into it that much, it's an interesting documentary, like just to see what was going on at the time with that scene.
I love them podcasts. Mate, that man does in class.
Aye, good.
They're interesting, like, because we didn't just have like all the MCs that we grew up with. We've got all the older lads on, like Stephen Energy and all that. Like and even older ones. And but his one was select. I say, gans on for 3.5 hours, man. And when I listened to it, I was like, the drive to work and back was like an hour there, an hour back. So I listened to it. I was like, 2 days. But it was class, you know, just for a change.
Yeah.
And getting rest, like the whole
like
thing.
I know the history of the scene, and like, you know, it is a big part of North East culture, isn't it?
Oh yes.
It's our fucking heritage.
I know, and then you come away and then you speak to lads from like other places in England, they're like, oh, we started all that. And what are you talking about, man? It's not even the same thing. You're actually full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about, but that's that. Keeping on the football, what you call it, topic. What do you reckon about that lad who's fucking volleyed his cat? That Zuma?
I've not seen the video. Like I just like read the bit of the article, but apparently he's been picking on his cat, hasn't he? Kicking an hour.
Aye. He's a footballer, though.
He must have been practicing.
You can't complain if he's starting
free kicks, was he?
I know, but jokes aside, like there's no funny about it. You know what I mean? And he's been dropped and everything. Like he's got no chance.
See, what do you think on the subject? This nasty footballer that's been kicking his cat. I fuck him.
Aye.
Any good as it, Zizul?
Aye, but if he wants to start, he should practice kicking his football and not mind the cat.
Say hello to the millions of fans around the world.
Aye, Zuma, he's been, or Zoom, whatever he's called, he's fucking...
So did you watch the video? What, is he actually...
I watched a bit of it and I just knocked
like
it off. I thought he's a fucking tit.
Was it actually bad, was it? Or was it just blown out of proportion?
Well, I don't know, like, he's volleying the cat.
He is actually kicking the cat?
Aye, the cat doesn't like it.
Just like shooting the cat or something like that? And
nah,
actually hurting the cat?
A part of it, guys, did it? Fuck knows who's filming. There's a few lads laughing and all that. This is not if one of the lads. If I was having a drink with the lads and they started volleying the cat, I'd be like, maybe it's time for me to leave. Like, I don't know.
Stop them and or like help the cat.
Nah. Hey! Stop that kicking that cat, will you?
Give the fucking cat for a boss.
I wouldn't kick a cat anyway because the vicious them cunts if they gone for it. Scratch it. My brother's got a score on his hand. Aye. Anyway, that's the
cat news for this week.
Aye, that's the cat. That's the kitty nip.
Well, actually, I had someone a comment on YouTube.
Oh, had they? No, go on. What are you doing?
I don't know what's
happening. Got a bit of footage, are you?
No, no. What's going on now? Fucking YouTube needs to start giving me a big.
Oh, that's gonna come up with a big picture of Steve's cock.
Imagine.
Imagine. It would have to stay in. We just blow a video.
I have to play the video or something.
Are you gonna play a video?
I had a comment from Andy Lee 5 days ago. Prince Andrew needs to go on the chin list. I agree with that.
Aye. Get him on.
What about the electric chair list?
The chin list, get in!
The chin list.
Cheers for that, Andy, like that's class.
He has the electric chair list and he has we'll call it the chin list. Do you reckon we should just chin him or electric chair him?
Chin him and then how you want the electric chair?
He's not convicted yet, has he? Like, is it actual... He's like kind of in the middle, because we don't even know how true it is, do we? I don't know, I'm not really that much into it, like...
Oh, get him on the fucking chin list and the electric chair, fucking...
Fucking give him the chair, eh?
Ah, get him on! Get him on!
Hasn't he had the Prince dropped from his name now?
Like, even for... I mean, there must be some... He must...
Let's just cross out Prince and just put Andrew.
Aye.
Get Andrew on the list.
Aye.
What's his last name? Windsor?
I think so. What is their second name?
Highness.
Highness, is it? Andrew Highness.
Fuck Naz. Right, he's on the electric chair list now.
Andrew Ringpiece. Andrew I just sweat.
On the list.
Sweaty cunt.
He says he doesn't sweat, didn't he?
So he reckons
he sweated his tits off that interview.
What said fucking grilled it? I don't sweat. Sweat stinging his fucking eyes.
Some dodgy goings on in that royal family, man, innit? We'll probably get topped if we keep on talking with it.
Aye.
For millions of viewers.
I know.
All the influence we've got around the world.
Do you know what was mad? It's been a few times this week. I've seen different things on the news, and then they were on about it on the Kyle and Jackie and all, the radio show I listened to in the morning. They were saying like different procedures, what happens when the Queen dies and that. But why are they talking about that all of a sudden, like? Is she on her way out or something?
Well, she's getting on. Didn't she just turn 9? Or she turned 9 or something like that?
I don't know, but why would you be talking about all of a sudden?
The first ever platinum jubilee or something, which means she's been the longest reigning monarch in history or something along those lines or some shit, but I couldn't give a fuck, I think he asked about the royal family. I don't think it's a necessary thing anymore. Just someone, you're born into a rich as fuck family, just like for the sake of it. They don't really, like, does the Queen have anything to do with actually running the country and all that?
You know what it is? There's a lot of people that didn't like it, and there's a lot of people that love it. I'm just firmly just in the middle. I just don't even have an opinion.
I'm just not really bothered with it.
Like, I know, like
you only see them hardcore royalists sitting there that, and they collect the memorabilia, the Queen and that. Like, why?
I'm just not off. Me, like,
I get the whole British thing, like the culture and all that, and like, you know, tourism, and it's a nice day out to go to the palace and all that.
Oh, it is,
and all that sort of stuff. And it's obviously a big part of history and all that. But I just don't get in like the modern day what like relevance it has.
Some people think she's a lizard.
Because you know, back in the day, it would be the king was the ruler of the country. It was like kingdoms and all that shit. And the king was like the top ruler, the queen or whatever.
But now the prime minister.
But now it's just like the royal family is just like a tourist attraction. Like, do they actually do anything in terms of ruling the country?
I like that lad who said he had enough and he says, "Oh, I need more for me," and then he's now not in it anymore.
Prince Harry.
Aye, that's good.
I respect him.
Aye.
And you know what I didn't like? All the stick that his wife came under. Aye. Didn't you get loads of stick off the media?
Meghan Markle.
When they left the royal family.
Aye.
Everyone was like, oh, fuck Meghan Markle. I was like, why? Because she was getting...
Things just get blown into proportion, didn't they?
Like, because she was... I mean, I didn't watch the whole Oprah thing and all that. Like, I didn't get that deep in it. But just like... I just thought from outside looking in, I was just like, why is everyone picking on them? They've decided the royal family's obviously fucking poisoned in the one that David was running to live a normal life. And then she gets slated in the press.
Aye.
Fuck them.
Aye, there was a lot of money to be made off her, I think, like that, and all that was twisting on it, but I'd say she was a scumbag and all that, I'd say, I don't know, I didn't really watch the news too much, like, we're probably doing the wrong thing doing this thing, because we didn't really know what the fuck we're talking about doing.
Yeah, that might be why it's interesting, because it's just two fucking average idiots having that say. Who know nothing about the subject. Hopefully some people can relate.
Aye, they probably can, I reckon we'll do a bold question now, shall I get one out? Do you want to get one out?
I'll get one now. Not done this in a while.
I forgot about it, to be honest, then. Oh yeah, I'm just fucking trying to get off the subject. Have you ever seen a Macam in Milan? Do you reckon you ever will?
We need to stop reefing the Macams, like.
Oh no?
Nah, man. Good question.
Nah, man. Good bold question, was it? He's rocking it, tell her that.
Didn't that do when you're Reggie? What would be the title of the book about you if your worst enemy wrote it?
The title of a book, mate?
If what would the title of a book about you be if it was written by your worst enemy?
Oh yeah.
I can think of a couple of titles.
What do you reckon? Like a fucking
annoying.
What a fucking wanker. What a fuck.
Annoying fucking ginger idiot.
Ouch, my life.
My story. I'm only joking.
Aye. Oh wait, see it how it is, eh?
What would my title be then if it was written by my
The helmet's last raid.
You know what nemesis means?
Helmet's last raid. Aye. Aye, I don't know. That's a good one, that like.
Shall we go to have a pop at me?
Aye. No. What else have we got written doing like? Because I had a couple of notes written this week. Well, 2 bullet points.
Boxing news and all that?
Oh, I was gonna fetch up thoughts about what they call him? Joe Rogan, all that because we're in the YouTube world, you know, we're in the podcast world, like, we can have a say.
Joe Rogan's one of our peers, you know.
Did you see the True Geordie? He's on the list, by the way, saying, oh, the Joe Rogan's like me dad.
Oh,
fuck off, aye. Helmet!
So Joe Rogan was in the getting hammered in the press and all that, because we first thought what it was because he's had experts on the show talking about, like, you know, vaccines. He had a bloke who was part of the team who invented the mRNA vaccines and all that. We doesn't have anything to do with it anymore and all that. Doesn't have any like financial gain and that sort of thing. And just other scientists and specialists in fields who've got an opinion that differs from like the mainstream media opinion about COVID and vaccines and that. And all they're doing is having a conversation, just trying to get both sides of the story and all that. And then Joe Rogan was getting attacked firstly for being anti-vax or whatever. And
there's mate Stephen the Blossoms of Japan.
And spreading. Can you see the cat in the TV unit there?
I probably could.
He was getting he was under fire about spreading dangerous bullshit and like all that kind of shit. even though he was just interviewing experts. And I think that wasn't working, right? And the people who were trying to cancel him for all the COVID shit, it wasn't working. So what they've done, it would appear they've trawled through like 15 or whatever years worth of footage, thousands and thousands of hours worth of podcasts what he's done, and we just found clips of him saying things he probably shouldn't be, like things that might be deemed racist and all that.
The N-word.
Aye. And that was that comment about when he went to the pictures and all that shit.
That was bad.
That was bad. It is bad, like when you watch the clips, it is bad what he said, but it's like a witch hunt now. They're just looking for ways. He's obviously not a racist. You know what I mean? Like, he might have said some stupid things, right? And who hasn't said something stupid once in their life that they might have later regretted?
Without a doubt.
But, you know, it's clear that he's not racist. It's just a witch hunt and they're trying to get him cancelled because they don't like the people that... Because he's got such a big following, people follow probably him more than what they do the mainstream media.
I tell you, Joe Rogan's got more followers than me and Eve.
I know. So people probably listen to Joe Rogan and they trust him a bit, and like, he has good guests on who talk sense. Like, you do get a lot of sense out of that podcast when you listen to it. Like, more than you do of the fucking news. So that's why the people at large are trying to fucking close him down, because his opinion goes against what fucking mainstream media is, and it goes against their narrative, basically. So that's why they've went through and put all this stuff together. Whether it be right or wrong what he said, you know what I mean? Like, that's what's basically happened, and then here he is.
I'm just going
to... But to be fair, loads of like celebrities that have stepped up to defend him, and like, I mean... But I think
that was in the video.
Why? I don't agree with what he said in those clips.
2 seconds. Right.
What you done?
You don't. Right, just carry on because it was getting towards the end.
Oh, was it? Yeah. I don't agree with what he said in those clips. Though that was obviously wrong. He shouldn't have said it. But again, you know, I don't think there was any bad intent behind it. And I think this is, like, why is it only came about now? Do you know what I mean? Like, if these podcasts have been on the internet for 11 years or whatever it was, and only now it's a problem, it's because they're trying to cancel them because of the whole COVID thing.
Aye. Well, my opinion on him, right, is I liked him, you know, when I was first starting to watch the UFC and all that. But to me, he started getting a bit annoying. I thought, you know, and like, now he knows everything about everything, and then he fetches all these experts on his thing, and he somehow knows just as much as what they know, which is fair enough. He might be a brainy cunt, but he just seems to know everything about everything. So, for the last couple of years, he's annoyed me really. But also, I still like him. His commentary on the UFC is mint. Like when there's a big event on and he's on, like, he's class. But also, like, he's even apologised for this. He's had people on the show who he's been saying a bit better than what they are. Like, he's had people who have been like doctors, and they've actually just been vets. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
And he's like made out as if there's some big shot doctor, but they've actually just been a vet. There's that, and he's also apologised for that. It's like misleading people a little bit.
Shit.
But also on top of that, even when he was doing that podcast, even if it was like years and years ago, the thing he said about the whole Planet of the Apes thing and all that was fucking horrendous, and he still had a big following then. And but I don't think he's a racist as such. Like, for just, I don't know. But then his apology video, when he tried to explain it, he should never have tried to explain it because he made it sound worse.
He tried to kind of explain that that's not kind of what he meant. He meant, like,
he made it worse.
Oh nah, he was making it worse.
He should have just apologised.
He should have said, look, I said it, and I shouldn't have said it. It was wrong, and I'm sorry. Instead of saying, oh, but what I tried to say was, nah, mate, you fucked up there, like.
Fucking right.
You fucked up. Just admit it and like move on and like, apologise and like take accountability.
Aye. 2 minutes. I might have. Have I got out else or doing? I've just got daft notes. Like Sunderland got beat 6-0, then 2-0. And they've sacked the manager. They've getting some of our useless cunt in. They got anyway. And Roy Keane wouldn't go back. Now I wish Shearer chinned Roy Keane when he had the chance in that. He thinks he's fucking solid, Roy Keane. Everyone goes on, he's great, he's great. He's a fucking tit. Didn't he wank his dog? There was a rumour going on he wanks dogs, isn't that, man? But Shearer should have burst him, like. But
they're getting Peter Reid in.
Aye, they might as well. They're getting that going on now. Oh, getting Jermaine Defoe and all that. He'd be collecting his pension to fall on him, surely.
No.
But I don't think we've got much else to say. You got any new
I don't know, there's a few more notes, but we're at time now. Do you want to wrap it up, or should we keep going for a bit?
Nah, but I think all I'm going to say is nonsense. Like, I don't know what else I could say. I had a good idea for a bit of a change for a podcast, actually. I don't know if I want to reveal it on the show, though. It's pretty funny, though.
Aye, we'll do it, give it away yet. We'll talk about it behind the scenes.
Show you some of the real characters of Sydney.
Well, obviously Stephen Robinson fought last weekend.
Oh, that's a good one.
Unfortunately didn't get the result. But yeah, we watched the fight, and that was a tough fight. I thought it was a close fight.
And even like afterwards, the bloke speaking afterwards, he was butthurt.
Aye, he was, wasn't he?
Fucking was, like.
It was a war, to be fair. Like, they were both landing good shots, and hats off to both of them.
And to take the words of the Joe Rogan's speech, perhaps it could be a teachable moment.
Aye. But it was a hard fight, and the opponent, I can't remember his name now. Gilly, aye, but he was like a bare knuckle fighter.
Oh, aye.
I know it's bare knuckle fights.
Professional hardcore.
Those unlicensed fights. He's obviously hard as fuck.
Aye, way aye.
And he had a lot of grit and heart. You know what I mean? But it was a tough fight. But I thought Stephen also boxed well. But again, like you say, it used to be one of those teachable moments. But I seen he was getting a lot of stick on Twitter the next day, which
bullshit,
and you know what I mean, like
scumbags, they
not even that, like, you know what people are going through and all that. If it's not hard enough, like, you know, taking the loss, I know it's a dickheads on Twitter giving you shit. Like, first of all, they probably wouldn't dare say it to his face.
No.
Because fucking give them the hate of their life.
Aye.
And second of all, they probably wouldn't get in the ropes and fucking do it themselves. So now it is, fuck them. Didn't listen to them.
Well done.
In my eyes, you've done it all proud, you know what I mean? Local lad from Bladen fucking boxed on Sky Sports, living the dream, good on you, mate. And aye, you know what I mean? How many of the world's biggest champions had losses early in that career?
Aye.
Doesn't matter. I think that's the thing, you know, in UFC, right? It's kind of acceptable for people to get beat, because it's like people get beat all the time and they come back and blah, blah, blah. But in boxing, it's a bit more of a bigger thing where it's like a loss is like, there's a thing around getting beat, like having the O in boxing. But it doesn't fucking matter. You know
get it away early and then you don't care about it so much.
If you get beat, you know what I mean? Fair play, you're a fighter, hats off, shake hands, and then, you know, go back to the drum board, right? What we need to work on now, and just move forward and learn, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be as big a deal as what some people make out of boxing when someone gets beat. Just say, right, no worries, fight again. Like they do in UFC. Like a loss doesn't mean a lot in UFC.
Oh, there's a cracking UFC on this weekend.
Oh, aye.
Adesanya and Whittaker, the rematch. I could go and be a hellish fight. Anyway, so we'll wrap it up, yeah.
Anyway, thanks very much for watching.
We're going to crack on with the weekend now.
That's it,
I want me breakfast, I'm clamming, yeah.
I'm starving, yeah. Cheers.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much.